Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another car video. Hang with winners. You know what? This could be applied like in terms of relationships or really just in life, man. Like in terms of relationships, especially for the fellas on here, don't hang around these guys who got real troubles with women. That's a mistake a lot of dudes make. They have problems with women or they ain't getting it like that. So they hang around other guys they can complain with and all that stuff. Dude, that's stupid, man. Now, there were times I went from a lower state as far as what I was doing with women to a higher state. One thing I did as I was going to a higher state, because even though, I said publicly before, I learned a lot of stuff from women. That don't mean I necessarily implemented the stuff. You know what I mean? Because, we hard-headed. In fact, I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that in a future video and stuff, right? But one of the things I learned is, like, you got one group of guys who's complaining. You hanging around them. It's like, man, these women ain't nothing. And going back years, really. Because despite what some people think, dudes still had trouble back in the day. So you hanging out with them, listening to them and stuff, then, what you see the other group of guys, shit, their biggest complaints is how to handle all the women. I started hanging out with that second group. It made a big-ass difference. And see, that's just for women and, that quote-unquote game and all that stuff, right? But really, it's important just in life, If you're in a circle and everybody's complaining about money and people complaining about whatever, get the fuck out that circle. For real, man. Get out of that circle. Do what you can. If you gotta be by yourself or just hang out, stay to yourself, shoot, you gotta find those people. Shoot, until you find those people who are winning. Because I was thinking about myself, because, I'm thinking about moving and stuff, right? Get a bigger place, right? And I was thinking about it. I was like, dang, you know what? Nobody I'm cool with actually lives in this area. Like, cool with, I know a few people. But, that type you want, like, handling, like, your bed and, some of your private stuff, because I prefer people, unless I'm cool with them, they don't see the inside of my place, right? But I was thinking about that. I was like, dang. And the reason why, because a lot of the cats, too, I'm cool with, they in other states and everything because they got money and, they doing something, right? Anyway, that's how you gotta be just going through life, man. Find the people who doing some shit. Learn from them. As one wise dude said, he don't want to be the smartest person in the room. And he's a pretty smart guy, but he wants to learn something. He want to be something. Because what people tend to do, and I've talked about this on my business channel, but, it's good here just for life. What people tend to do is they really stay at whatever level that they're at, whatever people they're around. Like, I love using sports analogies. That's why you get some players and they'll transfer schools in, like, college basketball, college football, whatever. Like, some guys, like recently, there was a player on Villanova's team that won the national championship. I remember when he played at this one school that was notorious for constantly losing. Then he transferred to another school and, he thrives. Sometimes you got to switch that. You got to be very mindful who you're around. Like, if you got somebody, or even sometimes, honestly, if you got like a circle of cats and everybody's on some winning shit, you got that one negative cat, somehow y'all got to either bluntly or subtly tell the dude to either, like, keep up or stay the fuck away. Usually in those cases, though, somebody, they just, neglect to tell them about what's going on or something. They find out the hard way, get pissed at you or something. I guess nowadays with social media, they just unfriend you or something. I don't know. But stay with winners, hang with winners, find out who's actually trying to do something and learn from them. Be around them. Because, like I said, I don't really be hanging out around here and stuff. Got some cool people. I know some people, of course. But if they ain't on the same, world domination thing, and y'all think I'm joking about that shit, but I be thinking globally. You know, I really do be thinking globally. If a person ain't on that same thing, they not doing me any good. Because here's the thing: when you hanging around that type of energy or something, people like that will have a tendency, even if they're not trying to bring you down. They will have a tendency to do it. I mean, it's not that they mean to, but people can only go where they can go. So the thing is, you gotta just be like, you know what? Let me just find some people who trying to actually do something. I need to be around them. You need to get to know them. You might have to change a whole lot of little things too. Even to the point of moving, really. If you like in like one of the worst places to be is some of these poor neighborhoods. Now I know people talk about, hey, you got to go back and give back and all of that, but if your mindset is like a mansion and really being prosperous, really living abundantly, you can't be around people who want to live day to day. One, if you try to move up half the time, they trying to sabotage you. Shit. I mean this is all the time. Sometimes even family members and stuff. If you got a poverty mentality family or something, sometimes you got to limit your interaction to them to like birthdays, funerals, and maybe a family reunion. No joke. No joke. Keep them at a distance. Find a new spiritual family. You might have to change a whole lot of stuff. You know what? I'm driving by Starbucks. I should just walk in there and just sit. They probably even give me the best customer service, like give me a ton of water and shit. Yeah, that definitely be something fun. I know I'm on a little tangent, but I like being mischievous. Go in there, have somebody with a camera with me, and just sit there and just have a film. They even have the camera on or something just to fuck with them. Anyway, right? Really seriously, just think about that. People, if you just in that environment or you around those type of people who just not thinking in terms of winning, and y'all know who it is. Y'all know who it is. You know if that person is always on some negative ass shit. They on some unproductive ass shit. You know it. You don't even really have to think about it hard, right? You gotta just roll out and not deal with them. Or as someone dear to me would say, you gotta just shy away from them. Just love them from a distance. Really, don't even love them. Just keep them out your presence. All right, because that really is the most important thing. I mean, I know a lot of guys come on here. They want info about game. They might check out my other channel. Deep thinking and business, whatever. But that plays a big part. I mean, you can read. I'm gonna tell you what. Look for it being around some people really trying to do some shit, really trying to do some productive stuff. Probably means more than taking a bunch of seminars, watching a marathon of these videos, reading books, all of that stuff. Just being in it, because you get to experience it. One of the things you get to experience, especially being around winner types, is you see how they carry themselves. And it actually can rub off on you. In fact, anybody who is in a position to do that, try to like just observe the behavior of people who seem like they winning, like everything they touch turns to gold and stuff. And then somebody who just seem to have bad luck. Like I can think of two people now, right? One I used to work with on my day job, right, my former day job, and this person just had a fucked up attitude and everything. Nobody wanted to mess around with this person, right? Just nobody. Just like nobody really even liked the person, right? And so you saw, they eventually, that shit's so pitiful, it's scary. And then another person who, I would see around and stuff. Actually, probably one of the few people I can call up who's like really on it. And this dude probably a millionaire and whatnot, but he carried himself a certain way. So you just do it, just experiment. See who in your life is doing something, who's not, and you will notice some stark differences, right? So anyway, that's it, yo. That's it for today. I gotta go get me some vittles. Peace and blessings.